And good morning. Welcome to day 7 of December Daily, where I have created a lot of red dots on my painter's paper, and now I want to make a faux plaid. Little did I know this was going to take a very long time. And I want it to be non, what's the word? I don't want it to be exact. I'm just doing this by eyeballing it, and if some of the lines aren't even, it's okay. It is okay by me. It is just paper, and I don't have to have it perfect. But this took a lot of time, and I don't have that kind of focus. So here we go for today. Well. This turns out takes longer than I thought. So I think I might cut out the shape I want with today's spread and finish it when I get there, because holy moly, this takes a long time. I even had Christmas carols on thinking, okay, I can like zone out someplace. This is why I can't do Zentangles either. I'm not focused enough in my normal everyday life to do stuff like this. I can't. Sometimes I can zone out, not all the time, especially when it's 27,000 degrees below zero. There's earthquakes happening all over California. Well, Northern California so far. I haven't looked this morning. I talked to my friend a little bit out there, and she is east of Sacramento. These all happened either in the ocean or north, south, west of Sacramento. She said she did not feel them, and she did not look to see if her pool was shaking. But her sister, who lives down in the town my hand is cramping up, in the town we grew up in, Novato, which is between Sonoma and San Francisco, she said, "Oh, I felt it." But her sister is the one that is very, very much not able to get around as much anymore because she had polio when she was a child, and she's in her late 70s, and she was never supposed to live past the age of when she caught the polio, which was like 10. And she got a message on her phone that says duck and roll. She goes, "I can't duck and I can't roll." She goes, "So I guess I'm going." But my sister did not feel it. Now, she is farther down into the Central Valley, and she did not feel it. But she said they got messages, alerts. They have what they call shaking alerts, and shake alerts or something like that. Now, to me, a shake alert is like, pull over, there's a Chick-fil-A, go get a frosted lemonade. But no, that's not what they mean in California. They're a whole different meaning in California. Okay, so this is my attempt at a Christmas plaid abstract. Because abstract, I have said this before, lends itself more towards my talent abilities. And although I love this, it was not easy. And I think I'm going to take a picture of it before I start cutting it up to put in my Procreate and see what happens. Yeah, it is 30 degrees. Feels like 12. Hello. Guess I'm not going outside again today. It's like, I haven't been outside the house. It's too cold. We don't have the right coats. I have a pretty warm parka here just because it blocks the wind. But I don't think it's going to block 20 degrees. Plus, whatever scratchy throat stuff I had yesterday, it seems like the Vicks has helped. And if you don't know the Vicks story, should I tell it again? Yeah. We were on a cruise, on a Viking River cruise in Germany someplace. Well, it may have been the one we were on when we went to Prague first. Was that first? Yeah, I think. We started in Prague first and then caught the boat. Anyhow, I got a cold immediately. I used to do this all the time on the planes, everything, because of germs. Now I'm very, 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 very cautious about a mask for my own protection, and hand sanitizer 24/7 and that kind of stuff. Maybe I will finish this. But anyhow, I caught a cold, and I came to the dining table one night, you know, snarkily, and at this point I probably wouldn't do that to other people, but then I didn't want to miss out and did not realize how easily germs pass. Thank you, Anthony Fauci. And did you know Stephen Colbert's father? Now, if you're in the United States, he's a American talk show host slash comic slash all kinds of things, and he is from Charleston. And his father was the Anthony Fauci figure. So, yeah. Anyhow, okay, sidetrack. Woo, squirrels. Anyhow, I came to the dining room. I was snarkily. I had lost my voice pretty much. And this lady who was sitting at our table was not offended by the germs I was passing around. But, and this was like 2015, 2016, 2014, something like that. We were less educated with germs, or at least I was. And she said, do you have Vicks with you? Vicks Vapor Rub? I don't know what they call it in other countries, but Vicks is the brand name here. I'm like, no. She goes, I'm going to my room right now. I have 2 jars. I never travel without it. Put it on the soles of your feet. And my husband's like, okay, whatever. Because it's going to be fun sleeping with you tonight. But she said, just lather it as much as you can handle it on the soles of your feet. They are she was very much into homeopathic stuff. And she said that she does that all the time. And because there's so many receptors in the bottom of your feet, I can't remember what they're called. Receptors isn't the right word. I'm sure you're screaming it at me, Curti. Anyhow, she said, put Vicks on the bottom of your feet and see if you don't feel better in the morning. I swear to you, I did. And my voice was back pretty much. And I recovered quickly after that. So from then on, I have always put Vicks on the bottom of my feet when I feel like a scratchy throat coming or whatever. And when we were kids, my mom used to put it on our chest and wrap a towel around our neck so we wouldn't get it all over the sheets. Now we would probably be worried about our kids choking, but that didn't enter my mom's head. But so I've always been aware of Vicks Vapor Rub. Oh, man. No, they're not cherry trees. But anyhow, so I put a ton of that on last night. And now Vicks comes in like a roll-on, like a deodorant stick. So you don't get your hands all goopy. Nice. And thank you, Johnson & Johnson, or whoever does it. But anyhow, so I feel much better. I still have a little bit of a scratchy throat, but not like yesterday. And I mean, I haven't been outside, so I don't know how but I mean, our house is not insulated well. None of these houses here are. They go up in 25 days. That ought to tell you something. Anyhow, so apparently this video is going to be long. Oh, this is for Saturday. Maybe I will be okay with making it long. It just takes 3.5 hours to upload here. Okay, my stripes are getting a little bit farther apart. Anyhow. So that's the Vicks Vapor Rub story. It's mentholated deep heating rub, or whatever you want to call it, if it's not Vicks in your countries. But it is a good home remedy. And that lady, I think they lived on a huge farm. So it would take like, you know, a half an hour to get to town. Somewhere in the Midwest, they did. And you had to come up with your own remedies a lot and still use the ones your mother taught you. But yeah, my mother used to wrap a towel around her neck all the time with Vicks. And when I feel extra bad, I still do that with my feet rubbed in Vicks too. I'm going to take a picture of this real quick because I'm not mess with it on my YouTube. Not YouTube, Procreate. Okay. All right. All right. That was 9 minutes of my life I can't get back. Now, probably because I'm stalling. I don't know how I'm going to do today. But here we go. I know what I want to do. And this is one of the pages I had come up with already. I'm not using the trees today, although I could. But I'm not going to. All right, I'm thinking I'm problem solving right in front of your eyes here. And my page can't be wider than this, or I don't want it to be wider. It could be, but I don't want it to be. So, all right, that's 2.5. More math. Okay, I want to come in 2 inches on each side, I think. Yeah, that's good. Actually, I'm going to come out farther on this side. It's not going to be symmetrical. I hope the poor little seagulls out there are not too cold. And poor Gunner doesn't have any fur. So he doesn't want to go outside either. Not even for a golf cart ride. Like, I feel like I wake up sometimes, I'm like, where am I? I forgot which house I'm at because I haven't been outside in so long. I guess that's a... very spoiled lady's problem. I was almost tempted to go home tomorrow for a couple days and come back. We will have been here for longer than a month. Here is at our beach house, and I don't like staying here for some reason that long. We stay like 3 weeks sometimes and then go home for a couple days. But I don't know if I'm going to. I might go home next week a couple days. Okay. All right, that's the basis of our page right there. Is this all in the right direction? Ooh. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to make a resting page there. Yep, that's good. Okay. I'll make a resting page. I'm not going to be too worried about it because it won't correspond to today's page. So, well, it could have actually, but I went a different direction. I'm adding layers. I don't know what you call it. I'm adding interest. Okay. I don't think any of these lines are going to show, but just in case. This almost looks... Now, the idea is to put this on here. Probably easier to see it on here. This is the shiny side of this paper. You can see my work area. paper on the floor from where I missed the trash can on a regular basis, which I don't throw that much away, so they're all small snippets. Oh, I lost another pair of pants to my dog. I don't even know when he did this. Yesterday at some point. And they were Christmas pajama bottoms. Luckily, they were cheap ones, but that's not the... Oh! Did y'all see what I just did? Because I flipped it over, it doesn't match. I tell you, don't do as I do. Do as I say. Do as I do the second go round. I'm sure y'all were like, you're gonna be sorry. This is not a very reusable shape here, but somehow, one way or another, I will use this other piece of paper that I already cut up. I guess it's a good thing I made all this. Okay, attempt number 2. That's a little better. Ooh. All right, I'm going to glue this on here and then repunch my holes, and I think I have to trim it on one side. Then we have the base layer. And I'm hoping this all works out. I have not planned this out in real time, just in my head, which doesn't always work in my favor. Somewhere there's a construction crew working on a house. Can you imagine? I bet you they're a little cold. I can hear their saws going. So they're working outside, or at least cutting wood outside, cutting flooring or whatever they're doing. Okay, holes. Now, I'm working on H, which the prompt I gave myself was ho, ho, ho. So, what I plan on doing is doing kind of like, this is what gave me the idea the other day, because I had this one in my head already. But I'm going to put ho, ho, ho. Now, I used one of these pens the other day, and it worked pretty well. Maybe not that one. Yeah, I might want to do this in pencil first. Now, my other thought was to put white dots on the red little semi-blobs amoeba shapes, and then cut the letters out in white paper. Or maybe I should paint it in white. Oh, I think I'll paint it in white. Nope. I'm going to use tempera paint stick, because it is the quickest and fastest, same words, the best bang for your buck. When I originally thought of this shape, I was going to do across here, and I still might. No, I like the new way of doing ho, ho. So I could have done this in a different shape. This was my old idea. Now I'm meshing a new idea with the old idea, but I didn't change the shape. I could just cut this off. I think... I like the idea of unusual letters, but it really doesn't make sense. Too late now. There it goes. And of course it's not straight, so hello. Okay. Now I could cut out white letters now and write ho ho ho, but I don't think I'm going to. But I better go this a little better. So I made a lot of paper for a little card, a little page, but that's okay. I could use the paper some other time. Okay. Now, so H, O, H, O, H, O. I think I'm gonna now, it doesn't even look like words, but that's kind of the mystery of it. I'm okay with that. Abstract. Ho, ho, ho. I like it. And it just adds a little bit different color combo to this. Now, I think what I'm going to do, because I shortened this and it went so fast, I think I'm going to fix this. I could put scraps of the piece of paper I already had here. Where's the rest of the paper? Oh, here it is. I could put this over it, but I don't think I want to. I had thought about this also in the midst of a vapor rub fog. I might just take a bunch of scraps over here and just glue them on here and kind of make like a crazy quilt on the back of this page. A crazy collage. Is that what I really want to do? Not really. What if, okay, we have green up here. I think this is big enough. Now I need to make sure I don't do what I just did. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Still a resting page, but a pretty resting page. I might have to paint a bunch more paper. I've used some of them up already, and some I haven't touched. Then I might just do that, but it needs to be on red. Okay, red. This paper underneath is getting quite a design on it. Why, yes, I think I will do that. All right, let's glue this all down. Oh, that's so cute. All right. Let go of my hole punch. Oh, this is so fun. I wonder if I could put this in the middle. I can, but I should have thought about that earlier. But I changed my mind how I was going to do it. I'm thinking, sorry. Sometimes when I think, I forget to talk. Okay, I like that better. And I like the fact that it kind of is not obvious just yet. And it matches this, which it didn't have to. I love this one though. Oh, this is so much fun. Okay. What's tomorrow? I don't have a clue. C-H-O-R. Red. Oh dear. Do I need to paint more red paper? Maybe I do. We might just paint some more red paper. Oh, you know what I do want to do though? I wonder if Amy Tangerine has red paper. Because it'd be fun to use hers too, since she is using hers. So she says she is. Or maybe I can do one of her pages and do it in red. She's usually not too primary. She's kind of all over the place with bright colors. And the best sort of way. Now that's like a Sedona red. Making magic. Yeah, maybe not. Oh. This gives me an idea. All right, we're going to make our red paper for tomorrow. I don't know what we're doing, but... And I may have used a red page already. Now, let's cut out another piece of paper. Tear off another piece of paper. And somebody happens to have, I better put my glue stick lid back on, a circle jelly plate, which she happened to bring with her. And she happens to have red paint. Now, I better move this or I'm going to have it everywhere. I don't have a brayer, but that's okay. What I'll do is just use a paintbrush. And because I'm using a paintbrush, which has water in it, sometimes it separates and adds a really cool effect, but of course it didn't do it this time. And it may be because this paint is so cheap. Oopsie, I just painted my whole punch of red. Yeah. Oh dear, I just painted it paper red. Kind of don't want them perfect. This is the first time I've done a jelly plate on here, which I figured it would work fine since it's just paint. Guess what? It does. I wonder. Aha, the ghost print works pretty good too. The second print, or ghost print, is usually the ones I like the best. It looks like the Twister game. Right foot red. Except mine is going to be left foot and right foot and left hand and right hand red. Oops. This will be nice and dry for tomorrow. Ooh, that's a little bit too much paint. I hope we don't start having earthquakes. We are on a very active fault, believe it or not, South Carolina. Yes. In fact, there was a huge fire after the Civil War because of an earthquake in Charleston. There was kind of what happened in San Francisco, but it happened here first because of the power lines and gas. I don't know if it was power, but gas lines that got affected, which is what happened in San Francisco too. All the huge fires there at the 1906 earthquake. Which is how Bank of America started, because a man set up a card table on a corner trying to give out low interest loans for people to rebuild, and it turned into Bank of America. True story. Ooh, that's not quite dark enough. Oh, but I love that effect. Ooh, note to self for future. And my grandparents had a lot of Bank of America stock, which she sold off quite a bit over the years. But my grandfather, who could hardly read and write, kept track of the stock market and had a pretty good retirement because of that, for somebody who couldn't hardly read and write. Came from Italy, Lucca, which I went to that town when we were in Italy one time. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. Fun. Use your jelly plates on this paper too. It was one of the few things I hadn't done yet. Experimented with. Okay. We need to clean our desk off, and we will. Maybe not yet. Oh, so fun. So fun. You know what they need in Congress? They need journals. They need art journals at Capitol Hill. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.